good morning, Joe.
Hey, good morning. Adele, right?
Yes, sir.
Hey, how's it going?
Good, good. How are you?
Doing great, brother. Okay, let me see here. Got this, and yeah, this is working. Okay, okay, so let's, interesting. That was a trade idea from last night. Zone entry. I didn't take absolutely any trade. Okay, so this is just I drew this when this broke up. I drew this entry here. This is my swing trading chart, and I drew this buy stop. I placed this one on the MetaTrader, and I don't know. I just didn't feel like I wanted to take trades last night, I guess. And before going to bed, I just removed it, and look at that. It just worked both ways. The buy limit and the buy stop, both. This would have been a buy limit. This would have been a buy stop. Both of them worked. It was quite simple, but I don't know. I don't know why. Sometimes you feel like that. It's okay. I know I was missing some. Give me 1 second. And we're gonna check right now because I'm on GJ. We're still bullish, even though we just tapped into an area that I drew. I brought this area from, like, I'm gonna show you from, like, all the way down from here. So look at that, it just tapped there perfectly. So I would prefer for GJ to create a support here again, just like this. And if we're gonna continue going up, then grab it from here, and most likely we might see a rejection here. We all can see it. And but yeah, right now we just need a small support on a lower time frame. We should be fine to continue going up. I mean, the probabilities are there. It would be perfect if we get today the support down here again, and from here we get to here, TP here, leave a runner, see if we can reach out this structure. On the 4 hour, there's a messy area here. I do not like so much this area from here to here. On, like, the only way I would like this area from here to here, is if I get the entry early. Like, if I get the entry around here or around here. If it is a sell from here, if it is a buy from here, because this is a high velocity area. As you can see, we have wicks that come all the way down, close all the way up. Same thing here, and we have this candle crushing it, and then this one, which is why the buy stop was valid, is because of this. So what that means is that there is a lot of probabilities that whatever happens between this zone up here and this one, those two levels, and even this one in the middle, might happen aggressively. So you know, I mean, at least I would like to wait for this to kind of confirm again a support before I do anything else on this. On gold, even though I noticed the sell here at the break, I didn't want to take it because what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna focus, because I've been taking counter trends live, um, but the counter trends are tricky if you don't if they don't if you don't recognize. For example, this one is, you see 1 2 3 4, and this would have been the fifth rejection. So on that one, most likely you would have been able to counter trend it the same way I did this one. Um, Even though this one was a little bit trickier, the only reason why this one was valid was because this was Asia, and we had this going on. But this one is a little bit more, let's say, makes a little bit more sense. But I'm still wasn't excited about getting it. Like right here, the entry was here, so stop above this. And actually, this would have been the zone exactly where I would have been taking partials. Here, you see, this is 1, 2, 3 rejections on the 15. So that would have been right there that wick, the tip. So this would have been like this. This is a counter trend. This is something I do not recommend. Oh, this is a pip. So, still, it's good that I didn't take it. I just saw it by eye, okay? I didn't even draw this one. I opened the chart and I saw, oh, maybe that was a sell. So that's just the idea, but I wouldn't take it yet. You go to the 4 hour, you noticed that, let's go from the daily. Yeah, took this gold rejection 3 times. What do you think about gold? Took your, but price moves very tricky, so I closed them all in minor losses. Yeah, as you can see, we're bearish. So there's one really important factor for anybody trading gold. Really one. This is the biggest one for me, and that is the closure of the weekly candle. Let me remove all of this. The closure of the weekly candle is bearish, but not only it is bearish, it broke structure. So this was the previous support. This is support being broken. What that means is I'm not for now at least. My high time frame bias is bearish. So I mentioned this I think a week ago. If this was ever to close below this support here, then my bias changes, because my bias changes with the weekly mostly. So right now, whatever happens, I'm biased mostly towards sales. But obviously now we have a big rejection on the daily from a really strong zone. So we might expect maybe today some sort of correction. So whatever correction comes, next potential zone for the day or tomorrow is just looking left. When we look left, and when we reject it from here, the question I always ask myself is, where is the level where I have the most amount of wicks or body closures on the daily time frame as a structure? And when you look left, even though we have a high velocity fall, you see this happening. You have one, look at this closure here of a structure. You have wick tapping here. We have wick tapping here. Wick, closure, wick, closure, closure. And this is a support form. What that means is that this, I don't know if I marked it. No, I haven't marked it. This is the most important level for a retracement for me, or the most probable. It doesn't mean that it's gonna hold. It just means that if price starts confirms a reversal to correct, this is kind of like the most attractive long-term target. That's what that means to me. I don't know if anybody can see it, because this here you see a mess, but when you look coming from below down up to here, you see it here. You see it here, here. Look at this. Look at this and look at this. Okay, so right now high time frame bearish, but correction for me has a high probability that if I get something really nice from here within a day, I might see a visit here. And from this area to here, there are really nice 180 pips. Bearish regardless, that it's tapped the next weekly support. Yeah, because yeah, I'm still bearish. Unless we break above, but because I see structure, so my biases, they change with structure changes. So I do not change my biases only based on trend lines. I know this is still above the trend line, but 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 I changed my bias mostly with the structure, and structure changed. So yeah, I already, that's what I meant. I mean, this candle closed down below here. Even though it closed right above the zone, still closed, breaking the structure. So for now, I'm gonna remain bearish with a potential correction. That would be my, what I'm gonna be observing, and based on that, I'm gonna take some. So now the thing that the next question is, what's going on with the daily? Daily is rejected really hard here. It's rejecting. The first two sessions have been rejections. So what the probabilities of this, if we flip the gold above this area and that we go up, are really high. So if we see the candle flipping, then we have a lot of probabilities to go bullish. Now we have to confirm that with the 4 hour. 4 hour looks nice for the continuation up. So yeah, it is confirmed for me at least. I see a support here being formed. You can draw it here, but still I like the wicks. And look at this. Support form. We're 2 hours away, and we already have the liquidity wick. So what that means, and now we have 1, 2, 3, 4 taps into the same zone, which is a really strong zone. So whatever happens above this is a really nice entry to buy. So we don't have to get desperate. We just have to wait a little bit. I mean, hey, good morning, Martin, on YouTube. How's it going, brother? So we don't have to get desperate on this. We just have to wait. And this is a messy area, but outside of this is a really nice clean area. So have stop one here. Actually, even on the 30-minute, you can see that it looks clean, but I would pay attention to this. Definitely. So yeah. My level is 1793 to break and buy gold. 1793. Oh yeah, that's a good one. Right above the wicks. Yeah, that's a good one. Okay. So this happened at pre-New York. This happened at New York, and this happened yet another. So this was New York twice. This was London, and this is pre-New York. So what that means is that there's a high probability when you see this, you see a high. So this is a strong volume session, and this is a strong volume session. You have twice rejections, and now you have a formation to break. What that means is that there's a high probability that if we break for a third time, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, fifth time now, that this is not gonna hold. It's just a probability. It doesn't mean that it's gonna do. But what that means is that there's a really nice entry, and this might just go up and shoot up and have no, and just have a sudden move. So either if we don't have enough volume, we might stop around here, get some bullshit going on here and still complete it. Or just oh, what is this? What time is it? Oh, 10 minutes away. Oh, look at that. 10 minutes away. So yeah, that's what I'm saying. So I think I'm gonna get that one. Let me see, gold. Yeah, I'm gonna get that one. Okay, yeah, I'm taking this one, and yeah. Let's see. 8 minutes is a lot of time still for the candle to shoot up or do whatever it wants to do. So you have to stop losses. You have this one here, you see, below this that happened here, or you have this one here, and if you want to go higher, obviously you see this is 27 pips, so on that one you have to dynamically make sure that you're not risking too much, And with this one, you might want to maybe aim all the way up here for the rest of the day. My bias is still what I mentioned earlier, which is this zone, maybe, potentially. But we're gonna see something happening for sure here. I mean, there's a really high likelihood we're gonna see something happening there. So, you know, oh, that's a nice level there. Yeah. And if we see a rejection, if we come back inside, then, you know, I'm gonna manage risk for sure. Um, this is a 30-minute. Oh, they look different. They look different. Completely different. Oh, okay. I have it here actually. So I have 22. I don't care. I mean, the magic key is this doing the calculations for me. And so I'm risking. Oh, that's even better for me now that I think about it because I can manage risks better. Like if I see this candle flipping, then I'm closing the whole thing. It shouldn't flip now. So if this candle flips on me, I close the whole thing. That's it. There's one really important thing about execution, which is once you see something going on, like these candles are really dangerous. But like I said, you know, I'm trusting the fact that we have enough momentum and this was a liquidity grab for this to potentially continue going up, and that this is a high velocity area for this to go up. So that's it. It has to make sense, like I always say. And I'm not, you know, and I always say the same thing about execution. If the idea makes sense, don't be scared out of it. Just hold it. I'm gonna TP as quick as we get here, which is gonna be my 1-to-1. I'm gonna be TPing, and I think that's gonna be the end of the day for me. I'm not gonna be doing a bunch of stuff here. And for that, I also have a partial TP tool here. It's not moving because now I know I have to zoom it out. There we go. Edit here. Set 90%. By the way, on scalps, my TPs are 90% always. When you see partial, it's 90%. I always take 90% out. So I think today there's a really high likelihood. Obviously, this is target number one, let's say. I mean, higher time frame target. And long term, we have all the way up here. Yeah, that's it. Man, and I did not share the link in the other group. They get pissed, and I don't do that. But anyways, I mean, it's okay. This was a little bit impromptu. And there's nothing else for me to do. Just wait. That's all I have to do. Just wait. Last 4 minutes, everything looks fine. This looks okay. This is looking okay. GJ's doing the inverse. Oh, there you go. Yeah. So the sell would have been fine, right? Yeah. I'm in the same bias. I would wait for support to continue going up because I think on GJ there's a high likelihood that unless we break and close hard below this zone here, let me draw it here. If we don't close below hardcore below here, I think we're gonna revisit today this. I mean, there's a high likelihood for that. But if we close below here in any shape or form, then there's a higher probability then that we might continue just going down. On gold, like I said, on gold. So there's one really important thing about stop losses, right? If the candle is too big for you to place a stop loss, to be, for example, for me, I don't really care if the stop loss is 20 pips or if it is 10 so much because I use dynamically the lot sizes. So I always risk the same. So I risk here, if I risk here 2, 1%, whatever you risk here, for example, if I decided I'm going to be risking 2% here, if it would have been here, it would have been the same 2% as if it would have been here, as if it would have been here. Now, obviously, when I get to here, if it was 2% here, then I get 2% here. I'm not less than 2% because I get just 90% here, leave 10% running. So let's say 1.8% something I take here. Okay, you if you are dynamically if you're dynamically calculating lots, then you know what the stop loss just has to make sense. And the question I always ask myself is, where does the stop loss should be, that if the price gets there, it doesn't even make sense to hold a buy? That's the question I always ask myself. Like, where is the level where if price gets there, that means that bias is changing for the short term at least. So I wouldn't want to be in. So the real stop loss for me is actually around here. It is 15 pips actually. Why is it there? Because if I see price retapping here again, I'm not below here. I'm not interested in maybe holding the buy, especially because if I look left, once we are above this zone, usually the wicks should not break below this zone. So it's an even better. So what I did was I looked left and I asked myself, where's the level where if price gets there, it doesn't make sense that it's gonna continue going up, and this would be the level for me. So this is actually where I would close the whole thing. If we get below this, we just we just grabbed a nice 30-minute candle, bit wicks. Now what we don't want to see is a we want to see a bit we want to see this candle coming down here. We don't want to see it breaking below. I mean, I don't want to see it. If I see it, I might not be interested. Even though this is a really nice continuation candle. So you know what? If it gets down to here, I might just close. No, actually, yeah, I'm gonna just close it. So everybody's eyeing GJ. Yeah. Also, the sales was valid. Nice. TJ closed below. Yeah, so it closed below this area here. So anybody that was maybe looking for GJ sales, look at this closure. This closure was really nice, but it moved way too fast down. So okay, so this is another thing I'm gonna say here, and you can take notes and just back test it. When it does this, for me, it's not necessarily an entry. There are many factors for me not to take an entry right there, even though it is falling, and even though like here, if I didn't take the entry here, which is where I said I would have this morning, here at the break of this candle here, like this was my only entry potential. This was the only entry for me. And I mentioned that I would have been tipping here, and the runner actually might have been up to here or even leaving it lower. Now, the reason why, even though this is a really nice break, I wouldn't enter right away, even though the candle closed below, is because it moved within the first 5 minutes way too fast. Um, and it didn't leave like a big wick. I would have preferred just a small, like a little bit bigger wick, Even if it's gonna do that, I would have preferred like a bigger wick up before going down, so I wouldn't touch myself. This is, by the way, anybody took this in, and it just goes down. Congratulations on you. It's just I'm just saying why I'm not so excited about this one. This one for me, I would have missed it, and actually, I'm not so excited. I'm okay with this one going down, and I'm me missing it because for me to just continue going down and take the trade even though it closed below. You know what? I would have maybe taken part like a partial entry. That's the most I would have done here. But it moves way too fast. That's all I'm saying. I mean, 30-minute closed here. I would have preferred like a little big wick, a little bigger wick up to here, looking left. Around this area. And as we moved down and broke, then I would have taken that one. Same thing, same concept. It's just I would have wanted to see another type of conditions on this one. GJ as well, close below. Yeah, that's a nice area. Given the overall bullish GJ bias on the higher time frames, what made you think of a sell this morning? Oh, this level. If you look left, 4 hour, look at this. That's the same, which is why that was the same level for the TP. Look left. Look at this. You have this structure rejection and you have this. This is really important because this means that the price had a massive pull all the way, push all the way up there and still closed below the level. That means this is a strong price zone, the specific number. So that means that 155.34 or something like that. I don't know what that is. Whatever that is strong. That's all that is for me. 30. I think 330 might be the thing. Yeah, 330. So that means that that price point is important. There. Yeah, look at this. Closures. Way too perfect. So that means that there's a really high probability that this is going to reject to at least this zone before continue going up. Why? Because it did once, twice. Actually came all the way from here to down here again, and then from all the way up even, then here. So what that means is if we get a good support form here, and actually I'm just noticing this is what, 4 hour, we have an interzone there, and it just broke all of that. So yeah, so now it looks like sales for the rest of the day, at least for now. I mean, there's a really 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 nice 1 2 3. We have all the way down here to where we started the day, and here we might see a formation in New York session, for example. If we see a formation either here or here, support formed either here or here, then looks like a good zone to get an entry for buys still. Higher time frame is bearish, but we have been going up for the correction on the weekly. Actually, the weekly is bullish still. That was another observation I did last week, which is this is a really strong level on the weekly, and we even gapped up and has been bullish. And this zone is so strong here that look at this. We have 2 weekly candles tapping on the same area. Samjam is sharing, stopped out. What is this, 5 minute? Yeah, 5 minute. Oh yeah. Was a counter trend. Yeah, nice. Yeah, but you still got it. This is good. If it stopped you out, means you didn't lose.
Hmm. It was counter trend, so I was managing him pretty
That's
aggressively.
that's a good. This is a good. So this is a good. That's a good habit. Is all I can say. When you're counter trending, you have to be as protective as possible, and that is a good habit because you are counter trending until otherwise, confirmed. You are counter trending. Oh, this, look at this. It came on my. Oh, so this zone might be the rejection now.
Yeah, it could go up.
From here, that would be the. So yeah, the that's a good habit because then when you're counter trending, there are two things really important for me when I'm counter trending. Number one is I do not expect the runners to really run. So, what that means is most likely all my runners are gonna be just coming back to break even. And number two, you don't have a lot of space to trust the price to go to unless there is a really hard, confirmation zone and you're really expecting price to do something on it. But yeah, sales below here, you know, it was a nice clean closure below. I'm not gonna lie, really nice clean closure below. But I wasn't looking at GJ, so like I said, I would have maybe preferred this to go up a little bit and then as we break below maybe get the entry, but it's still this is a messy area here, even though here's a really high nice velocity area. So yeah, so the next idea might be, now it's tricky for me, I'm not gonna lie, because the continuation idea might be a resistance form here to maybe grab a drop here and continue going down. But when I saw this, then I don't even know that if we form a support now, if this is the support for an NYSE to just push price even higher up, because this is a really important structure being broken. I'm just noticing. But this could be a fake out. Actually, oh, never mind. Oh, this is the 4 hour? Oh, yeah, the 4 hour, look at this. Okay, so I would just wait for the 4 hour closure there, and I'm good. So this is, yeah, so the idea for sales is still really good. Like if I see a resistance being formed here, another bullish candle against this, another bearish candle against this, maybe there's an entry to go all the way down there. Or if this goes like this, or actually if this goes like here, there might be an entry to TP here, continue down. But there's not enough space now that I think about it, is it? 15 pips, and that's from zone to zone. So if we get like the entry around here, yeah, there's, well, I mean, the 10 pips still small. There are 10 pips right there. So I don't know if anybody's interested. Look at that. That's a lot of momentum. So whoever grabbed the entry here, congratulations, really nice. You have the momentum on your side. Looks like this might kind of repeat this, so we might see something going on here. Okay, so also there's a continuation here. There's a continuation here. So what that means is that if we get a candle doing something like this, same concept, maybe we can grab this one. I like more. This fall from here to here, 20 pips. So wow, that's a lot of momentum. Confirmation to enter the self. Say, yeah, I said, like what I said was, no, I didn't enter. I drew this, and when I opened the chart, I noticed that was for me a potential entry, and I wouldn't be entering there with full position for sure. I wouldn't. I wouldn't place full position there for sure, because then I think I'm gonna have to manage risk on this one. Give me 1 second. Yeah, I'm closing right here. Wait, right below. If it moves literally one more pip down, I'm sorry, on this one I'm saying. If it moves one more pip downwards, I'm gonna close it. My stop loss was down here below this one, so I'm gonna close it here to manage risk if it goes a little bit lower. Yeah, the drawing, I have it differently here. It's around here at 16. So 16 versus was almost 30, so It shouldn't go down there if it's gonna continue going up. Actually, it doesn't mean that it shouldn't because we have the velocity area, but then that might be a rejection. I don't want to be inside a rejection. So so the sell stop, the what we call the impulsive entry, would be invalid right now. Yeah, 5 minute has not given me any good confirmation, so I'm just gonna wait for it to get down to here. And if I close here, then I closed earlier and I feel okay about it. And if we flip again, then I give another chance to that one. Got the cells after 3 times. Oh, nice. Oh, you got it from here. And that's a 5 minute chart? When was that? That was right now? It looks like that? Oh, this is gold. Oh, you grab. Oh, so you counter trend. Okay, 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 okay. You went for the sell. Oh, that's ballsy for me. I mean, yeah, for me at least. So nice. I mean, yeah, if you saw an entry there, it worked for sure. 1 hour rejecting the zone again, a fake out on the 5 minute. Uh, 1 hour up here. Yeah, it's not a bad idea. Yeah, it's not a bad idea. Wick. So I have an issue with this wick, which is why I trusted this break to continue going up, which is you had this major tap here. This is a wick that um, went really hard at it, and then this one tried really hard again, and that was the 1030. I think that was a 1030 candle. Let me see. Yeah, it was. That was the one that ends at 1030, and I've mentioned the 1030 candle many times. So what happens with the 1030 candle is it's a really strong volume push, and also is the what I call the determination candle, which means that if you close, for example, this one closed below the zone on the 1030, that means is we're gonna most likely stay around here. So my bias for me to continue going up. So let me explain maybe a little bit better why I was okay with the buys. Um, this was so strong, and then this is a structure, and this is a structure with two bigger wicks, trespassing. So the probabilities of price to get to here are higher if we break yet again above now these ones here. So now I don't necessarily need this closure. Maybe I with this one is enough because we have been trying way too many times. So that would make sense for price to continue. So that was what I was trusting on. Now the 15-minute close looking down. So what I'm gonna do is I will close 50% here of the entry for me right now. I just did, and that's me managing risk right now. So there's now no way I'm gonna lose whatever I was risking. Remember, my entry was actually based down below here. So here I'm closing half because this closed back inside. I'm still biased towards a continuation going up for now. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna move. Let me see something. I have the 50-minute. Yeah. So the 15-minute candle now becomes my stop loss. It's only a couple of pips, so it might take me out and just it's okay. I manage risk, but if it flips, then now I add another entry, and I still have half of the position, and I closed half here, which is closer than half of the movement, which means I'm closed. Let me see. Yeah, which means I will lose way less than half if I close the whole thing right now. And if I close it here, when it gets here, I'm gonna be losing less than half proportionally. Um, you close the entire position. Yeah, no, I'm gonna leave it a small runner. I don't know. I still think that this could go all the way up here, so I'm gonna leave a small run. I thought, I mean, I close half. It's okay. A continuation. I mean, like if it gets here again, it's a really nice re-entry for a second chance for me. For me, not for just for me. So if we flip the candle, let's say, actually, I'm gonna set it as that. If we flip the candle, I'm going in again. Yeah, why not? I'm still biased towards the continuation, so I'm gonna keep. I'm gonna add another position if we flip. We are yeah 7. I'm almost at 7:30. Uh, but yeah, I saw your 5-minute sell. I mean, um, I I understand the reasoning behind it. The one that you just this one. What is it? This one. I see your reasoning behind it. It's just that because of the reason that I just explained, maybe I wouldn't be necessarily still too excited about it on my end, but but it worked perfectly for you. So what that means is that yeah, what you have there works. Um, I wanted if we go above here again, I would go in here. Okay, let me read. Let me read. Sales. Okay, so look at the 1 hour. At this very strong zone, the 4 hour daily was expecting if we're gonna break the zone, it will happen New York Open. Until then, expect the price to keep on rejecting. Yeah, yeah, that happens. But not always. Pre New York, many times just breaks levels. So just keep that in mind. Like, not often. I mean, often, but not always. And yeah, if we break below, perfect. I'm closing the whole thing. I'm still managing my risk. So I'm happy with today's trade, anyways. If um, if you see this pattern being formed, it doesn't mean that New York pre New York cannot close, cannot break it. Many times I've seen it breaking it. Okay, now I'm out. Okay, good. Let me check the record. Yes, there you go. I literally lost less than half of the entry. Less than half. So that's how you manage risk. Less than half of the entry I just lost there. Um, I think it's an okay entry. Price breaks above the high of the previous 50-minute candle. Using weight, yeah. I could count on New York Open to break the zone. If I had taken buys, I would have waited for these high volume times. I get your idea. I would not be doing the same if it was. I would be doing the same. That's fine. You can wait for the New York Open to do all of that. So this trade idea is it would be banking on this, maybe tapping here and re breaking above here. That idea is good. It's just that I am not so okay. I'm not so fixated on New York Open to break levels because I've seen price breaking levels before New York Open way too many times. So now I'm not so fixated. It has to for me it just has to make sense on the structure. Like right now, that's okay. I would take that entry anytime, every single time, just because of the reasonings that I just explained. So this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This, we had a big wick. This big wick is a really nice, clean grabbing of liquidity. We close above, all of that. Now, a better entry now is if we now, oh, this is 20 pips. Okay. I mean, a better entry now is if we flip the candle, for continue going up. Now, for sales, I still don't like the sales because of one, it's just this is a messy area, and even though this was the previous structure, now I think this is the new structure, even though it is down here and we just literally grab liquidity here. Okay, so let's do it like that, not to confuse anybody. So let's do it here. So there you go. So if it gets inside of here, and I'm not gonna be taking any more trades. I'm not excited about sales inside of this area. I'm okay with having one day of small loss on a trade and just call it a day. If I don't see what I like. What is GJ? GJ just continue going down. Okay, so GJ might be the one here. So let's check on GJ. GJ is just falling. So on this one, I would have been banking on the level, but also on what I see here on the candles, because they look really nice as a rejection. And usually when you break that type of candle against a strong zone, it just continues going down to the next zone. So that's why that would have been making sense. And also because that was, I already explained this level, really strong level, which might be the same reasoning also for your entry on the 5 minutes, for example. The only thing is, like I said, this is also a counter trend. So that's the same thing that happens for me, like around here. This is with the trend. Now we're going up lately, and this is counter trending. Now, if we reject here again, who knows if we're just gonna keep falling, because the major trend, like I mentioned, is actually bearish. So maybe, what is this? So maybe if we flip this is a really messy area on gold. Really messy area. Look at all of those wicks, big wicks, and here the same thing. So look at this, and it came all the way down to here before it shoot up. So yeah, that is a messy area, and that means also that we might see some deeper liquidity grabs before continuing going up. So what that means also is that the flip here for the entry is not a bad idea to go all the way up here. I would be taking profits maybe here. For gold sales, there are not many options. If somebody's waiting for closures below support to take sales, I would think below 1780. Oh, wow, 1780. You mean the whole structure? Oh, yeah, of course. I mean, that's the safer zone. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I mean, yeah, because that's cleaner and that's outside the whole mess. Now, if you're gonna dare to take any sell that makes sense, this would be actually the best place to take the sell. Not like this, where we are right now. If you want to dare to take a really nice sell, it would have to be literally around where we are right now, because this is such a strong zone that if we fall from here and price just decides to fall, then there's a really nice move all the way down to here. But let me see. But I still don't like what I see. I mean, based on the candles, I still don't like it for necessarily for sales. 1 hour is looking up. 30-minute is not a good sell candle yet. 50-minute, no. 5 minutes is even forming a small support here that might go back up again here. So there's a bunch of stuff happening here. Below, yeah, no, that's what I'm saying, that the best RR sell would be if you see something forming around here, but yeah, I don't see anything forming, and that's what I'm saying. I wouldn't take a sell here for the same reasons. My entry is a little bit higher. It's like around here. Continuation. So that would be my second chance. 2 minutes left. You know what? Let me wait for it. Let me remove this. You see where the drawing is? If it closes the bearish candle above this here, 92, then the continuation might be really nice. If it closes the bearish above here, then the continuation to go up will be really, really nice. Really nice. Such a big wick here, and this was the previous limit of the wick around here. So look at that, and now we did all of this again. So maybe we are grabbing the liquidity to go up for sure today. So runners would be behaving really nicely. The only problem is if we don't break this on one go, and we just reject from here and you enter here, the runners will get stopped out. That's the problem. Yeah, we're looking at the same pretty much. Sells below here, buys above here. Yeah, that's the clean thing. That's the clean move right there. GJ, I'm still not too excited about GJ, huh? On GJ, I'm waiting, like maybe because I'm biased towards buys. I'm not too excited yet on GJ, and I still don't see anything to continue going down. So I'm okay with GJ. Where this? Oh, it closed above. Look at that. Okay. Nice. Okay, so now I have a bearish, but the 15, yeah, 15 looks up. I would guess that. So yeah, I'm gonna give it another go, and if not, then that's gonna be my day. As long as we create a nice wick, and I looks like it maybe this is either the wick or just the one that is gonna come down to here. It's either of those two. If it is the wick, if we don't break below this, whatever wick it leaves here in the first 5 minutes, and if it shoots up, I'm going in again, and that will be my stop loss, whatever size this is. If we flip, and this one, I'm hoping that if we don't get held up by this here, that we can just get to here today. Okay, so today we had last week we won 2 within 30 minutes, and today we lost 1, and it ended up being like gold sells. We have a nail, but I don't know where to place this, like around, just to keep track of it, like around here. We have 1 lost trade. Oh, I'm not gonna. We have one L here, and I'm waiting for the continuation. So if we reject yet again and we close below here, then this is a nice formation, and then maybe we can do. Oh yeah, it was buys. You're right. It was not sell. It was buy. It's because because it took me down. Yeah, it just clear. It was a gold buy. That was a loss or lose. I don't know. Who cares, right? Just to keep track. Yeah, inside of here is messy. Outside of it, I like it. Going up, I like it. 5 minutes, this is what I wanted. This 15 minutes on gold forms a wick down to go up. I think it's a good buy when it breaks the high. Stop loss under the wick. You mean this one? You mean this one? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. Yeah, that would be my entry. Like, look at the 1 hour. We're halfway with the 1 hour. Let me see just one thing. This is the 1 hour. Would it make sense for the 1 hour to form that freaking wick and still continue going up? Yeah, we have those wicks here. We have those wicks here. And oh, this is a strong level from before too. Oh, interesting. Oh, that is why. Maybe. Oh, this is a messy area from the past. When was this? This was January. This was like right now. So, but this is the most recent price action. So, bias. I'm still biased for sales. Yeah, I'm biased for sales on gold. As long as I see a good rejection, I'm taking the sales. But not. I don't see it. I still don't see it. I still see a continuation. So I'm just gonna take it, one step at a time. Fifteen minutes is not looking bad at all. This was London. This is New York, pre-New York. Yeah, and this closed above, and this is above the area. This is the rejection week. Yeah, this is my second. This is my second chance, let's say. And after that, then I'm done. I'm still biased towards continuation, so. We can wait for the 15-minute to also close above. What time is it? 35. So 5 minutes already moved, and this is exactly what I wanted to see if I want to give it another chance. So yeah, this is my second chance. If I see this, yeah, if I see this breaking above this after this wick, that will be my second chance. I think I'm gonna leave it around there, the stop loss. It should just continue. If it's gonna go up, should continue going up. If it doesn't activate my entry and closes below, this would be a nice sales formation. $92.50. Did you get in? No, I'm not in. No, I'm not in. I'm just watching. I'm still with gold because GJ, to me, I think there's a sketchy thing with GJ where we might see a support form around here, and this continue going up. So that's based on this. This is my higher time frame drawing. So since this is such a strong rejection zone from my drawings, and these drawings usually are right. I mean, I trust this too as a higher time frame view. So what that means is that it doesn't mean that it cannot keep going down and just break here, because this is still could be considered a fake out on the higher time frame and just drop like a hammer. That's okay, but this is still a strong zone for me. So GJ, most likely I would be more biased towards looking for buys above this zone here. Oh, okay, let me go here towards this zone here, and maybe continue going up unless we reject yet again the structure here. So that's how it would have been. But right now, this happened already. This happened, which I had last night. So I'm gonna leave it at that. I'm gonna continue with gold. Gold to me has more. How you say this? Has a little bit more of a. Let's do this now. Move this here. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm going to wait for 30 minutes to close above. I'm not gonna take as we break. I'm gonna wait for something to close above that area, at least a 15-minute candle. And let me remove all of this, make it cleaner. So whatever breaks above here, then we take the continuation entry. I don't know, this week here, after all of this, honestly, just, you know, most of the time it's a good indication that we might go up. But also, this right here and another rejection here might be the rejection that everybody's looking to go all the way down to here. So yeah, this is a strong rejection zone. If we reject here again, yeah, looks like a sell. Now, I don't. I'm not too, like I said, I'm not too excited about it, about sales, just because I see so many rejections and we're scalping. For scalping, not too excited. Actually, let me see my bias for higher time frame. Oh, I drew this last night. Oh, I have a bias to maybe buy here. And oh, this happened. So I would have been here now. Interesting. This is drawings. This one I didn't take. I didn't take this one. I didn't take this one. This is me sometimes seeing, okay, potentially we. The problem is I wasn't awake. So, like, if I would have been seeing this live, then maybe I would have been taking the entries there, because that way I would have confirmed this was the stop loss. I would have done this, but I wasn't awake. So, and now we're at that zone completely kind of rejecting here. So, yeah. And now that would have been TP here, break even here, and this is just a potential entry. I'm going to erase it for now. If we reject the zone above, but it closes weak bullish, I think it could still go up. We see. Oh, nice. Also, you got your entry today and you won. Nice. It's very nice. Yeah, look at this. Look at this formation. This looks now on this drawing looks a little bit more like the fake out, maybe. So let's see how it closes on 30 minutes. And if it closes looking down again, Wow, this is London, but this is the only thing that's interesting to me. This is New York, New York. This is no, this wasn't Asia. I mean, this was Asia, but Asia push was down, and then this was London and London, and now we're New York, pre-New York, and almost New York open. So we are consolidating inside of here. You know what? Yeah, it still looks like we have the space to go up. Not only that, we actually would have been like around here. Yeah, so if we close above here, I think it is a nice entry to continue going up. But if we close below, looks really nicely for sales. Looks like sales. This is just messy, but if it closes below here on the 30, not gonna lie, this is a nice rejection. This would be a nice rejection. We see GJ retesting. Oh, actually, let me put this on the stream so that people can also see it. So we see this is DNI, right? GJ retesting support, which is broken. Last 30-minute candle on the 5-minute could give you small scalps for sales if we get bearish closure. Yeah. You mean against this, which is what we said at the beginning, that if we see a rejection here, we might see sales. Yeah, I agree with that. On this is what we needed. We needed this bullish candle and then another bearish candle, and maybe this continue going down for sales. I have this drawing here because this was a previous strong zone, but the level on the 4-hour is around here, which is the same place where I draw this thing here. Let me erase anything that is not happening anymore. This just was a really good trade idea and it happened, so that's it. That's all it is. Yeah, we have the movement there. We have the space. Previous price action was this. This happened, which is good. I mean, I expected this rejecting here. Here's on the 5-minute. Yeah. But like I said, I just have to see it happening on a higher time frame, I guess. I have to see a rejection on a higher time frame. If we go above this area inside of here is a whole thing, this, where you don't want to be in unless you really know if you took it from all the way above there or all down here. What that means is that from here, price usually, kind of do this before going up or going up or going down. So I would wait for either break above here again to continue going up, or a rejection around here to maybe continue going down. That would have been. What time is it? Okay, so we are 15. Oh, that looks like a rejection now. Really strong one, not gonna lie. Look at this. This looks like sales a lot now. Way too much. So I guess should have been changing biases. Look at this. 30-minute is about to close in 50-minute at 1 hour. It's looking like this. It's looking bearish. The 50-minute. So this is a messy area. Look at this. long weeks, movements, aggressive. Um, I'm still gonna, wait for this to see if we're gonna close above, or if we're gonna do something above it. Because this area here is a little bit messy, even though it is rejecting. Okay, this is clearly rejecting. Now I want to see this closing there. Third chance. No, I only gave it one go. Literally, I only have one entry today. Yeah. No, this would be my second chance if I take it. I didn't enter there. I mean, when I take entries, I always let you guys know, and when I get out too, same thing. I don't care. I don't. I listen. I don't care. I don't care if I lose publicly and win publicly. I really don't care about that because at the end of the day, it's my account. Same way Raja keeps losing, people troll him, and he's still rich. And same thing. I remember one guy I was reading on YouTube saying a bunch of stuff about, oh, you're losing, blah blah blah. He had a losing streak. I think it was last year, and I do remember reading somebody like complaining about how, he's only losing and blah blah blah. He doesn't know what he's doing. And I was like, yeah, always gonna have people like that. That you know they they try to project what they are on others, and look at that, he is winning. And same thing for me. I had a losing streak. Was it November? I think it was November. It was November, I think. And I do remember, and I still managed to close the month with a 13.8% gain, and that was kind of like one of my worst months, where in the sense that I was, well, actually, because I was testing. Now that I think about it, I was testing like some entries, and because I back tested them and they were kind of like they were working, but I wanted to see how they were working on live, and had a small losing streak, but then the entries were in such a way when they went in my favor, then they actually became more profitable. But yeah. Yeah, yeah, it's just, man, I mean, everybody, we never know what kind of life people have. And I don't make excuses for anybody because I come from a poor country where nobody gave me anything. And, but I try not to judge them so much, but also I try not to give them like kind of like so I'm like in the middle where I see, okay, if you don't want to make sense, just bad for you. But yeah, this is looking nicely for sales for sure. What is this? 15-minute now is looking nice. 5 minutes rejecting. We are inside the zone. Okay, so you know what? This is actually a sell. It's just that this big wick here. So let me do this. 15-minute, 30-minute bearish. Yeah, looks like sales. Why is it that I'm not so attracted to it? I don't know. There's something inside my head. It's just this bullshit here. I mean, yeah, it is a sell. Maybe I'm gonna miss it. You know what? It's just this bullshit here. I don't like it. I definitely don't like it. I don't like it. I mean, it doesn't mean that like, hey, this if this falls, within the next 8 minutes might fall down really hard, and that's okay. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. That's another thing I learned to do. I learned not to FOMO, and I would take one, two, three, four, five entries, and you know what, lose a lot of money on the way. If I don't see what I want to see, I'm not doing anything. So it's okay. 5 minute. Look at this. 5 minute. I'm not gonna lie. Looks really nice for sales. But we have a small support here. Maybe that's what's stopping me. But this is a stronger zone than this one. So this should give the theme to this for this to clean, cut this down to here. That's the reasoning that this is a stronger area than this one. But because we have so much mess inside of here, I'm not attracted to it. So that's not my setup. I'm okay with that. GJ. Oh, look at that. Look at that. GJ from here has been just going up. You see what I'm saying? GJ. That is why I wasn't so excited about. Like, say, if I see something going on here, rejecting here, we might have the sales that what I'm talking about. But right now, like I said, my bias is a little bit more into the buys up to here than the sales, the counter sell. Let me erase this, not to confuse anybody. Let me keep reading. So these clowns, yeah, D and I agree with you. It's just they rely too much. I admire you guys doing this publicly. Trading is a psychological game. Can be hard even when doing it in private, let alone having people opinion judging. And yes, you know what? That also happened. You have a lot of. Sometimes you have a good idea, and you read someone's comment, and you might change your opinion. So yeah, that's a little bit hard. Okay, when I feel like this unease, I go to the higher time frame to see what the heck is going on my head, if it makes sense with what I see. That is why maybe I'm so concerned about sales. I can see it now on the 4 hour. 4 hour gave me such a strong support here after this and a retest, and it makes so much sense to continue maybe going up to here that maybe that's why I'm not so excited about it. But on the lower time frame, it's not looking so bad. I don't like the rejection for this to sell. But if we maybe, for example, if we get a cleaner closure down, looking down on this 30-minute candle, that might look a stronger rejection. So that's why maybe my brain is not feeling so comfortable with the sales, even though it is rejecting. Okay. So that's it. No trade for me. One attempt, missed it. Manage risk. Really happy. Oh, that's another thing I learned. I really learned to feel good about when I manage risk in a way that it made sense and saved me the losses. So that has been the thing that I have been working on the most. I have been working the most on, if I enter, like when I entered here on the MetaTrader, I noticed I had it here. I had it like here at the level. It was really big. It was 27, 28, 9, something like that. Yeah, it was like here. Yeah, because the level I had it here. So it was like here. So the fact that I closed the whole thing and equivalent to closing it here, and that this happened afterwards, to me that's a win in my head, because I correctly manage risk in a way where I'm efficient. Because efficiency for me is how much you win versus how much you lose. I'm not talking about how many times, but how much. What you would consider to be the RR, the risk to reward ratio, to me that's efficiency from an engineering perspective even. The efficacy, I've said this many times on video, so I'm gonna just repeat it. It's okay. To me, efficacy is how many times do you win out of 100, and efficiency is how much you win on the RR. So So that's why if you have a winning rate of 70%, you might still be not profitable even if you win 70% of the time, if you are not managing risk correctly, if your R sucks. If you do this and your trades are like this, you can win 70% of the time, you're still gonna be a loser at the end of the month. If you do this over 101, oh, maybe this is our entry for buys if we close above. And this is a really nice 1-2 liquidity candle wicks. And the only thing I don't want it, yeah, I would love it if we close above. I'm entering second chance, and this one might be the one getting all the way up here. Oh, wait. Let me remove this. The buy stop was still there, even though the buy stop doesn't look bad at all. I'm not gonna lie. But I will wait for this to close. I'm not gonna enter at the closure. This time, I'm not gonna enter at the break. So when you see somebody saying, "Oh, I win 90% of the," do we have more people on video? Oh, we have Adele here. Oh, sorry guys. Like if you have video, let me know, just to show. Um, who else? What do we have here? Let me see. Nobody else. Believe, that's a nice shirt, brother. We have Maria, Sanjam, Ice. What do we have? Leonardo, my friend, and Daniel Freitag. Hey, what's going on, people? Nice. We have the gang here. So you can have somebody saying, "Hey, I win 90% of the time," and still. Oh, there was a really big trader. I do remember reading his story, and the guy only won. It was 8% of the times. The guy only won like 10% of the trades. Guy was one of the most profitables in the history. He would only win like 10% of the trades. Why would that be? Question, why would that be? Based on what I just said. Because the efficiency was high, meaning the guy maybe was look, maybe he was grabbing wicks. And believe me, I grabbed some wicks, but it's just hard to keep up. And not even to mention that if you have news, you're gonna be in trouble. But if you keep doing maybe something like this, and the guy was really good at, oh, that was a close. What time is it? Oh, it is 8. This is a nice closure for sales. Wait, because it is 8. So let's see. Now we have sales formed on the 30. We have 1 hour forming and 4 hours still bullish. 30-minute, but look at this. 15 minutes, look at this. Yeah, I'm still into the buys. And 5 minutes, at least 5 minutes is favoring a potential continuation, right? Now this is a higher support. That's it. Oh, look at this. Okay, you know what? Maybe now the impulsive is not looking so bad anymore after all of these wicks here and this. So now it would actually be more attractive for me for the famous impulsive entry. Now, what we can do, or what I can do, is be safer now, right? So either I wait for a break above, and we have maybe enough space. So the only issue here is we don't have enough space for if this works. Now I can count on this breaking and this doing this. Because now we're New York Open if we break above. So if I'm gonna go because I just had one entry. I'm gonna go with a safer one. I'm not gonna take an impulsive. I will wait for a 15 minute or something to close above, and then I'm going with it. Now the only issue with this one, let me see on the 5 minute. I don't want the 15 minute to be one of those that only explode, because we have so much volume now. 15 and 5 minute. Yeah, 5 minutes not looking bad. Okay, I'm gonna monitor this on the 5 minute and the 15. Buy stop would, I think buy stop now wouldn't be such a bad idea. Now this week keeps being, this wick here all the way up here, after all of this, keeps being the reason why I'm still biased towards a continuation. Because when, you know, even though, yeah, you might say, yeah, well, but that also a wick for rejection and fake out, indeed. But if we break again into the zone after this huge wick on the upside, after all of this, then there's a way higher probability for this just to go up. So, you know, TPing like around there, this down here. Yeah, so I might, you know what, since I have been managing risk, what I can do is, yeah, wait for the 15, but also I was thinking that I have the opportunity to take a smaller entry on the break of this again, but this again, and then as we close at entries, if we break. Now, if we close yet and again another one looking down, now that's definitely, you know, just price telling you, look, I'm not gonna break this. Osanyam. I thought I was gonna see like a dinosaur bird or something. Okay, Maria, have a great one. It's really nice to have you here. Um, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Potentially to here. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So let me clean this out. Clean this out. Oh, and look at this. And this is a bigger, higher time frame chart. Oh, nice. If we fall, yeah, we actually fall really nice too, huh? It's not a bad idea. It's not looking so clean. Let's see what's going on with GJ. Look at GJ. Look at gold. Man, look at gold. Gold is priming that break. If it breaks, I think it might be with a lot of velocity. If and only if. You know what helped me a lot on trading also? It was, I used to put classical music. I was trying a lot of music styles, and classical, man, classical music was the thing. Like, I said, well, I don't know if maybe it's gonna get me bored, but I noticed many things with the music. I wanted music so that I wouldn't get too bored. Yeah, jazz is good too. Jazz is good too. But exactly, you know why jazz for me? It would be because since I just know just a few pieces of jazz, I would try not to necessarily use the jazz pieces that I know of, because then I get distracted with the music a little bit. Oh, that's a sell. Oh, that is a sell. Oh, I didn't see the formation on the 5 minute. That was a sell right there. That's a sell. Look, I just missed it. I just saw it right now. This closure here to here most likely gets here. Just missed it. I was talking and I missed it. That was the sell there. You guys see it, right? 1, 2, formation, there. That's the sell. Maybe if price returns, but that's the sell. And that one most likely gets here. And that's 17 pips. Not, I mean, stop loss right there. And look at the ratio, 1 to 61. Yeah, just missed it. Yeah, there you go. It's okay. I was talking, if I, and I said I'm gonna be monitoring on the 5 minutes, 15, but I left it at 15. Should have been seeing this on the 5 minute. I, I would have taken that for sure. That's fine. Yeah, that was a sell. That was a sell, from the moment we rejected yet again here and all of that. But I just, because I didn't feel so comfortable, that would have been the entry. Jazz, so since I missed it, it's okay. I'm okay with that. And so not only this, like if we're gonna fall from here, most likely we're gonna fall hard. So TP, if anybody grabbed it, TP would be down. I mean, for me, it would have been down to here, and really nice potential fall, like maybe even all the way down here. I mean, who knows? But let me see again. Yeah, I would have been taking profits here. You see this area here? Wick, support, support, support. At 1.20 some, 1.3 maybe, around here, 1.3x R. Yeah, I just look at this, beautiful. That would have been right there, TP, and this from now on would have been the runner. Even if it takes you out, then that would have been the entry. I missed it. But you see why that was a sell now? You see this one, two. So now let's count rejections, right? So 1, 2, fake out, 1, 2. You see, so now we have high volume. Now we're at high volume. Now it's 8 a.m. So now it makes sense that we reject the structure again on the 5 minutes. That now we should have enough steam, just to really go down, because this is a strong zone. We know that for a fact. And like I said earlier, this is a stronger zone than this one. So if we reject this one, the probabilities for this to go down here are higher. So yeah, that's it. Exactly. And not only because it is a daily support, because there's another thing. I'm gonna repeat it many times. The daily support or the weekly support or the monthly support and all of those levels, or resistance, whatever you want to, either resistance or support, those, oh, this might actually tap back into it before continue falling down. It's just that because I would have been taking my profits there, then maybe I would not be so excited about entering again. But I think it might tap all the way back, all the way up here before continuing going down. Let me see, 15 minutes. Yeah, might do that. But since I would have been out of risk now, by now, then I'm not so excited because that's what I like. I like the move. Like this was the move that I liked, and that if it's gonna continue after this move or take me out, but not necessarily that I want to be in if I already missed this move. So I that there I would have been taking me out, and that 5 minute bear can be the 1 hour to go up on gold. Yeah, also could be that. Nah, it's less likely. You see, this is the beginning. So the 48 minutes left. If it happens, oh, this is a nice buy, right? Like if it happens, I'm leaving this open. I might take profit. Like I don't know. I might leave it for the rest of the day if that happens. Um, but it is less likely because then it's just probabilities. It's just the probabilities. If it happens, nice. But if I had to wait on probabilities, you have more probabilities on this get a visit here than this flipping and going up. But if it happens, we get the opportunity because we're actually waiting for that closure above here. Now, if we don't get it, it's because it actually price action is not saying that right now. So, I always go with the probabilities of what could happen if. And if this is an iffy game, if we close here, we do this. If it rejects here, we do that. If. Nobody has to actually guess what the future holds. We just have to see what is going on right now, make a decision, and it's a probability-based decision. Like the entry here, it's a fake out. It's okay. Got caught on a fake out. No problem for me. Manage risk. I'm done. Now sales. I wasn't excited about sales. I'm still, maybe hoping at this point, but it's okay because I'm not inside any trade. That this closes above, and if we close above, I go with the buys. Now this rejection again here. This is New York, man. This is a lot of. This is really strong. I mean, for you to reject New York once, again here, this is Asia, it's starting the day, but this here, London, volume, and then you come back again pre-New York and you reject pre-New York and New York open. Or, I mean, you know what that means? That if we fall from here, we would have a really high probability of pivoting down here. That's what that means. After all of these rejections going up, yeah, if we fall here and we tap here into it again, there's a really high probability that maybe we're just gonna fall really hard again. That's what I don't know. That's how I read it, right? What are we doing with GJ here? Let me see. Oh, look at that. Let's go 30-minute. Look at this. Previous strong support. Oh. And this happened. And this broke with London. Yeah. Nice. Look at this. Look at the 4 hour. 40 minutes left. Now, this is what people that like candle patterns call bearish engulfing. But they are not so trustworthy as you might think on the higher time frame. I noticed, if anything, lower time frames. Look at this. This is a bearish engulfing. We actually fell, but it was to the same level. This is a bearish engulfing. We actually fell, but right there. So, every bearish engulfing has been literally almost the range of the correction. So that means this might be the bearish engulfing, and the price actually can continue going up. Who knows? But the only thing we know is this is a bearish 4 hour candle. This is a bullish 1 hour candle. This is a previous strong level. And that's all we know right now. And this is the 1 hour. This is the 30-minute. This is the zone that I'm actually. This is the zone that I'm actually eyeing for the day. Up here, I said here. Look left. Look at this. The question is, can we get there again? But this is looking like a potential. I've been going up, down. So maybe we're just gonna continue falling. Who knows? Simple. If we break above here on a 30-minute candle like this one, that's a buy for me to up here. Simple. That's how I would go for it. Not necessarily from here. Here, inside of here, it's tricky. This is the Sesion area. This is where price might reject to continue going down, or price might you know, get more orders to go up. This is, so my bias is on the higher time frame, still sort of bullish on GJ if we break above, or if we reject here, maybe I'm grabbing the sells to continue going down. On gold, it was bullish if we break above there. Oh, there you go. Like we said, if we flip it, nice, we'll wait for it. Okay. Gonna, what is, oh, this is the beginning of it. So we have space for doing this right here, which is the thing that I was waiting. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna wait for this. How much do we have for the, oh, the 15 just closed a few minutes ago, looking down. So the continuation entry, as we break above this, I'm gonna get it smaller, but I'm gonna get it. So I'm gonna wait for a cleaner break here. Like I said before, I'm gonna wait more around this area than this area right here, because this area is a little bit tricky. So I'm gonna go for it around here. If we break above this area here, you see this? I'm gonna go for a partial smaller entry, especially after that big liquidity week. If we flip again, I'm not touching gold. So I'm still gonna wait for it. Has to be all the way up there for me to be excited about it. Now, if here and here, yeah, I'm setting up a stop buy. That will be my second opportunity of the day for gold. And let's see how it goes. Let's see how it goes. Now, on this MetaTrader, looks really different. Actually, on this MetaTrader, oh no, it was a time frame. Sorry. Yeah, we have volume. Yeah, came back. So this was, no, I didn't take sales. So if we, this was deal, yeah, I'm gonna stop drawing the potential entries so that nobody gets confused. No, I did not take anything there. Let me erase everything. Anything that I'm not taking. This was less probable. So if this happens, means that the probabilities to shoot up are higher. So that means that it is better for us. Now, you know, either we really break above this area again, or we close above it, either of those. If we don't have none of those, you know, I don't want to get in here and this flips back inside the area. That's the only thing I don't want to get caught in. So I'm just gonna wait for it. And you know what? And this is the 15-minute, all the way down from here. So now that I think about it, what are the probabilities of one 15-minute candle to shoot up from here up to here? 10 minutes away. They're not so high. So what I would do is, actually, apart from this, the better entry keeps being what I mentioned about if we close above. But honestly, this is just a massive rejection. You know what? That liquidity wick just confirms anybody that was in sales that if we flip this again, that, you know, we might have all the volume to drop all the way down to there. Look at this. That's a nice grab. Yeah, I'm not rushing anything. I'm not rushing anything here. This is what is this is Monday. It's okay. Look at those movements. I already checked this last night, but I still doesn't make much sense that we're moving a little bit so aggressive. What time is it? 8:30. Yeah, look at this. That entry. So look at this. Oh, so you took it? So yeah, because yeah. When I saw it, to me that was an entry too, a sell entry, and I would have been taking that one but I missed it as it just happened. When I saw this closure, I would have been taking this right here, and I would have been tipping here. And look at this, exactly the place where I said that I would have been tipping. It just did this. So that's why you put it on break even as soon as possible. But look at the 5 minute; it closed fairly above the structure. And that's not such a big indicator anyways. We want it's a 15 minute in this moment. Oh, I was gonna say, I think zones, daily zones and weekly zones. So this is what I learned after many hours back testing zones. But you can do this too. The strength of a zone, of a daily zone or whatever, okay, so the strongest zone that you're gonna have on a chart will be the zone of the higher time frame candle that is about to close. I don't know if that makes sense. The strongest zone you're gonna have, this is a nice sell. I think we're gonna drop hard today after this. The strongest zone will be the highest time frame candle that is about to close. This is what I mean. We are about to close. What is the higher time frame? The lowest time frame candle. I'm sorry, lowest. I was saying it wrong. So, for example, right now, it is the highest. How can I explain this? For example, right now, 5 minutes. We are 15 minutes away, right? We are about to close the 15-minute candle, right? 5 minutes away. But the most important zone right now for me would be the 30-minute candle, because that is the one that is about to close. That is the highest time frame. Actually, I was saying it right. Does that make sense? Like, instead of 5 minutes or 15 minutes, to me right now, the most important candle would be the 30-minute, not the 1 hour, not the daily. The daily is really important as a reference. Like, this is a daily zone. If we're rejecting many times daily zone, there's a higher probability that we go down. That's important. That's the only importance. But not because we closed above the daily, because you will have many closures above the daily zone and still reject the zone on the 30-minute. So the only thing that is, to me, this is to me, okay? This is me. You guys, you can just go back test anything I say, just back test it. Don't take my word for it necessarily, maybe. For me, you back test it. Somebody wants to talk? Okay, doesn't look like it. Okay, so the sell it was a liquidity, and looks like we're just gonna fall down on gold. So the sells were always there. Look at this. Oh, nice. Wow. So for sure now look at this. But there was not enough range for me from here to here. And now we just have to wait for this to close below here, right? Has some really nice theme. So if the 1 hour, so let me explain this. If the 1 hour is about to close, but we are half an hour away from it. So right now at this moment, as a scalper, for me, the most important level of them all is the 30-minute. So the closure of the 30-minute is really important at this moment. Now, after the next 30-minute candle that is about to start right now, the most important level for me will be the 1 hour level, whatever that is. Does that make sense? So after this, we're 3 minutes away. So within 4 minutes, now the 1 hour levels are the most important levels for me. And then if we're almost closing the 4 hour, look at this. Guess what? Which is the most important level right now at this moment? Based on what I just said. I mean, based on that theory. That's just a theory. Like the scientific method means that you should just test it yourself, and if it makes sense also with you, then there's a higher probability that it becomes a factual thing, right? As, which level would be the most important for me now, based on what I just said? The 4 hour. Adele got it right. For me. Okay, this is for me. This is my theory. So for me, 4 hour becomes more important. So this level becomes more important for me in the next 4 minutes after we close this one. Because now we will be away 30 minutes away from the 4 hour. Okay, so now the 4 hour becomes the most important level. What that means is that maybe if we flip this, we're gonna go down here. That's what that means for me. And that all of this was just liquidity grabs. If we flip it. So what happens if we flip it? What level would that be? It would be here. This is the flipping level, right? I mean, below here is already, below the level of the 4 hour. That's what we want to see. We have half an hour to see that. So if within half an hour, 4 hour ends up being something like below here, then we have higher probabilities to continue going down. So I go to the 1 hour. This level, the level where we flip. How does that look in the 30 minute? Looks like it is literally below this wick. So that's how I see price always. That's my view. If we close above the zone on the 4 hour, then we have a higher probability to continue going up and maybe break above this and maybe continue all the way up here. We have been fixated on gold, right? But GJ might be the one giving the cleanest entry today. Closure above there. Does this make sense? It grabs some liquidity there. It became a really strong level before. It tapped all the way up here, so the level was there, the zone range was there. The range on this one was down here, same way this was down here. And this literally did this. Literally did, that was the buy stop from last night. But it wasn't from here, it was from here. And we tapped just once. How many times do we tap that zone before we continue going up or down? If we're gonna continue going up, at least the 4 hour tapped twice before continuing going up previously. 4 hour daily. And it is, oh, this is a really strong zone here. Look at all of those wicks. But also we tapped here, rejected here, and when we tapped here on the daily, we previously, wow, came all the way down here. And this is daily actually. Wow, nice. Oh, that is a strong zone. That is a freaking strong zone. What level is that? Oh, that is, okay, 154, 500 is actually that level. I have it marked at 460 something, but it's 500. And this is the other strong level. And this is the other one around here. So, oh, we finally closed. Buys above here, keeping it clean. No need to worry. Sales look really more and more good by the minute. Sales looking really, really nice. Every single minute that goes by. Look at this. If you would have been taking this sell here on GJ, look at this thing. And this is gold for you, right? This is gold for you. If you would have been following your rules, if you really were strict about following your rules, what do you think it would have been happening if you'd taken this sell here and you thought that you wanted to TP down here? If you didn't get to take the whatever amount of pips you have up to down to here, if you didn't, this one, you should have been closing the whole thing and still it was gonna go down. You see how tricky that is? So that is why as soon as I see at least 1-to-1 on a tricky area, I take profits. And I've done this live many times. The moment I see an area that I don't trust so much, I take profits right away. Because look at this. This, maybe you would have entered here. Oh, even the 15-minute was, look at this. 30-minute was, yeah, I remember this clearly. I didn't like it. So I wouldn't be taking that. So 5-minute did give me the reason to enter here. I remember this. 5-minute did give it to me. So I would have been placing maybe this here or here, either way. And still, either way, if it would have been here, this was 1-to-1. Oh, look at that, more than 1-to-1. And that would have been the end of it. And this would have been taking me out. And that would have been a safe takeout. Because look at this. It closed way above the whole structure here. So that would have been a profitable trade. And I still managed my way out of it, out of risk. Because this also could have been the one flipping. So, oh, look at that thing. This is gold at its prime, man. That is gold for you. We're just sitting here. We're just waiting patiently. Just patiently waiting. Look at that. Look at that. Yeah. So that's why I sit patiently and wait. Now, up here, if we break above here, we are going up. And that's pretty much it. Let me mark it around here. So this would be my buy stop up here. This would be my buy stop at the break of this. Actually, some pips above. Let me see. Yeah, some pips above it. That's how I have it on my MetaTrader. Why would I take that if it happens? Because I am expecting this. And I have space. Look at that. 1-to-1 right there. Blah, blah, blah. So let's, I mean, look, I'm okay. Just wait. We don't have to get desperate about it. And I'm not gonna lie, what it's doing right now, what gold is doing right now, it really doesn't look so much anymore like it is so excited to go down. I mean, gold is having a freaking tantrum right. I mean, it's just really mad. It's backflipping people here. Yeah, it's bipolar. It is bipolar. Yeah, has a bipolar behavior. Now on the 30-minute, if we do this, look at this, and look at this. What do you see? You see that maybe here, what do you see? You see a bullish bullish structure on the 1 hour. Still a bullish structure. This is the previous resistance, new resistance above the previous one, at the zone. And what is this? This may be the liquidity that it needs to shoot up. So sometimes I do that. I just erase the whole thing to see clearly. So the question is, what are the probabilities that after we break above this again, after doing this and rejecting so many times, that we're gonna continue going up? That's the question. What are the probabilities that if we break yet again this price level, this is at 1793, but we obviously have the stop by around above, you know, at 1793.2, something like that. What are the probabilities that this is gonna shoot up? They're really high. Almost, I'm almost there. Come on, come on, come on, give it to me. Come on, come on, come on. Wow, it almost activated it. Almost. I was gonna get excited and look at this. I mean, excited in the sense that, you know, if it breaks above it, the probabilities are higher for it to continue up. It's just that, yeah. And then I'm gonna add positions as we close above it. That's all. That's all I'm gonna do. Still not. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Oh, I'm in. Okay, now I'm in. Okay, let's go. Go. Let's go. Come on. Don't be shy. Okay, let's see what's gonna happen. This was not done. 30-minute. Okay, and I'm gonna add positions as we go. This was a partial entry because I said before, it's gonna be a small entry based on the fact that, you know, we want a closure above. So when I'm expecting closures above, I expect, you know, I don't wanna. I take smaller positions so that I can add up and that I don't look. Today I lost this buy. I lost it and it took me less than half of what I was risking. And then now I'm entering half of risk again. So that means I have a limit, a daily limit on risk and for 2 entries. So if I close the day here in a loss, I've still lost just the equivalent to 1 entry. That's what that's how I see it. But if we close above it, I still have space for a potential, if it is really good, at 3rd entry, if I feel like it, because I still have way more than 1.5 whole position to go in. By the way, the sell stop is not there because for what I see here, let me tell you where I have it. I have it at 1791 straight here. So this is the position. Okay. $15. Now now after this closure, after this break, if it burns me and it closes below the area, I'm done with gold. Gold just maybe wanted me to lose. Oh, it took me out. I'm done, guys. Not dealing with anybody anymore here. Gold does not like me today. Had such a good week last week, winning everything. 2 entries, 2 losses. Let me see my risk. 1, 2, and what did I miss? What did I lose here? Less than 1% here, and less than 1% here. Oh, 1% here. Oh shit. Okay, so today, like 1.5%. I'm done today. No more trading for me. Two losses, losing day for me. Yeah, let's do a recap for sure. My bias today was bias, and I was burned on two how you call that, potential impulsive entries that, to be honest, I'm still biased towards. It's just that because the entry was activated, I'm still biased towards them. But gold has been honestly, this is really, really, really tricky area for gold. So that's why I'm gonna call it a day. I'm not. I don't want emotions to be to take the best of me. Even though here we're also expecting a buy. You know what? If I see something cleaner after all of this happened today, I take it because I still have one entry left, risk wise. Okay, risk wise. Now let's go over the losses, and let me type here for clarity. I do everything I as transparent as possible. We had two losses today. Okay, so you know what? Do you know why that is good? Look at that thing. Oh, so it was. Look at this. Wait. So maybe it's gonna do the move now. Let me see. Let me watch it. Oh, that's the closure of the 15 that I was talking. So that's another thing. That's why you want to wait for the closure. Look at this. That's why you want to wait for the closure. This is the 15-minute closing above the zone. Like I literally said before, that it would be better to wait for a closure. That's the closure. I was still like, I'm still good that I lost my thing because that was still a good for me. Look at this. That was still a good probability of this continue going up for the rest of the day. If we manage to tap in again. 4 hour, let me look at 4 hour. 4 hour is 15 minutes away from closing. So we might tap within the next 15 minutes all the way up here. If we close above. Okay, so let me tap here the text. Now, the most important thing about today, gold buys again, right? Second attempt, it was lost again. So the most important thing about today was that I came to the market with the expectations to make money, risking X amount of money. So that's how I see the market. So I came to the market with the expectation to make money, to win, but I was willing to risk something. 15 minutes closing above. Man, this is such a good entry right now. I'm pissed. Let me see. Not pissed, but it is such a good entry. This is the continuation entry. If it creates a smaller wick, a lower wick coming down or continue, actually with the volume might just shoot up and period and just shoot up without even a wick. I don't know. I'm considering it because this is what I was looking for. Yeah, you don't have to. Yeah, you to be honest. So these are those times where you don't have to expect. I don't expect a wake down because this is the closure volume of the 4 hours. So most likely it's just gonna shoot up. And period. And yeah, let me see something here. Yep, yep, for sure. And shoot up all the way up here, most likely. 1794.50, 1795 area. That is the shoot up that I was waiting for the whole evening, the whole morning. So let me do a Raja style here. kids, don't try this at home, but I'm taking my third position and Raja style right now. I don't expect a week down. I expect a shoot up. Okay. I'm gonna, yeah, give me 1 second, guys, because I'm gonna manually close this one. So I have to I have to look at the charts. I have to look at it, not to miss it. Let me set up this 1795 and this. If it flips and creates a wick, and this is a 4 hour, I still expect this to visit all the way up there. If I get burned, the only bad thing about this is, that I couldn't risk as much as I wanted to risk, because I would just risk whatever amount I had left for the day. So it's not gonna be such a big win if I win, and it's okay. Okay, so let me go over it. Let me go over it. Let me go over the losses so far. Let me go over the losses so far. I'm gonna keep it at around here. Yes, that's where I have it. If I lose again, I'm done. No, I mean, so the confidence is risk. It's all based on risk. If you So this is what I learned after a while. Let me put this here. Oh yeah, people on stream can see it too. So on this chat. So let's say that today I came to the market and I was willing to risk 2%, which is literally what happened today. I'm willing to lose today 2%. 2% risk. When I enter, I'm willing to lose this. So what that means is that mentally, I'm okay with losing it. I will try not to lose it as much as I can. But if I have a strong bias on something, I'm gonna give it a go. So mentally, I'm okay with what my losses today, completely 100%, because I was willing to lose this. You know why? But when I have a winning day, I make more than 2%. I think it was last week, starting the week, first day of the week, it was Monday, I made 4.8%. There you go. I mean, I know today I'm not gonna lose more than 2% unless the market slips, right? But there are no news, so I'm okay with it, because when I'm right, I win more than what I lose. And it is really weird if I lose the 2%. Honestly, really weird if I lose the whole 2% in a day. I'm not really, I don't want to see like, okay, how can I say this? I don't want to sound like cocky, but it's really weird because I manage risk so much that when it happens, it's just a really bad day, or quote unquote, and it is not a bad day. Today I feel so good because I had 2 entries, managed risk on the first one, and on the second one, which was the buy stop, it was a half a position. So I still have space today for what I risk. So I think the answer is risk. How do you approach the market, and what is your mentality about the money that you're willing to, because the problem is that when I came to the markets and I was gonna risk 2%, but I really didn't want to lose the 2%, and all what, so then I would be scared out of trades. So I'm not scared out of trades. If I see what I was looking for maybe a breakout or a closure above to continue. That was the trade for today. I'm not gonna be scared out of it because I still trust it. So I have space today for the risk. I have enough. I still have a percent to play with. Now, if I'm done with the 2%, I'm done with the 2% because that's the other thing. I have to manage this money like if I were managing somebody else's money. The reason why is because, you know, I'm configuring my mindset because I want to help my family, and one of my goals in the future is to manage my family, some of my family's money with this maybe in some sort of way, and make money for my family. It's just something I want to do. So there you go. So I keep my confidence, based on the risk. That's the answer. I'm okay with this. Actually, created the week even better. Created the week that confirms potential visit here. So that's fine. Oh, there you go. Oh boy,
I
boy, boy,
closed.
boy, oh boy. Let me
I
tell you
closed.
guys something. It
I
slipped,
closed.
gave me more than I lost.
20 pips. Oh, sorry, 23
No,
pips.
I
I'm
think it's gonna
closing the
go all
day
the
on
way up
profits.
here.
Fuck, man.
I placed the TP here. God
Wow.
damn. It placed the TP here. It slips like here, and it returned all of my losses today, and way
Yeah.
more profits. And look, this is the target we talked about this morning. Oh shit.
Patience paid off.
Oh man, this is. I thought I was gonna leave here losing day. Oh, this is awesome. That was such a great slip for me. Oh man,
Right,
when a slip
right
works in
from
your
the
favor,
start.
you're so.
Yeah.
It slipped me like really hardcore. It slipped me like all the way up here. Oh, I have to send thanks to the minion markets because they slipped that one on my favor. Okay, I'm definitely, yeah. Oh, for sure, I'm done for today. This should get, this should get here. Okay, so yeah, so you see how this really happened that we said from the very morning, the very beginning of this. I just was managing risk because the breakout, the impulse entries are really tricky. But this wick was the one that kept me thinking that we could go up today. This particular one, because we rejected up to this level way so many times in this zone. Then look at this and the freaking runner. So the only thing right now, it's okay. I'm really happy with the man. I made profits above whatever happened this morning, so I'm excited. But the look at that, look at that. It's gonna fulfill the whole movement. But the runners would have been so great too here. Oh shit. Oh yeah, yeah. Okay, so look at this. The entry, the last entry that I mentioned was let's wait for the 15 to close above, and that will be the strongest confirmation I will have. Why did I say the 15 and not the 30? Can somebody guess why did I say the 15, not the 30? Look at this thing. Oh man.
Because it closed above that area, the candle body.
The,
That's number one. And I think another thing is it's last 15 minutes of the 4-hour.
yes, yes. Who said that? Who was that?
Muhammad.
Titanium, I guess.
Man, you
Oh, no,
nailed
no,
it.
no, no.
You nailed it. So remember why I was excited about buys in the beginning? First place was why this and many rejections. So the next thing we look at this. Oh, this is Beautiful. This man, I thought I'm not gonna lie. I'm okay with having a losing day. Now we haven't had, at least me streaming, we haven't had a losing day so far. So that was gonna be okay. You know, one for I think we have many weeks since we didn't have a losing day. So I was okay with having one. You know, we have losing days, but this was so strong as a bias for, you know, for the bias here, that I couldn't miss it. So I gave it a third chance. So that was the third entry. Now the entry had a benefit to it, which is because I risk 1% here, which I was expecting to manage risk if we were closing in. I honestly risked a little bit more than 2%. I risked like 2.3% because really the 1% that I entered here was a little bit stronger. Was closer, I mean, on the stop loss. But when it slipped and it slipped me out to like up here, look at this. Look at this, 1%. Look at this. What do you see there? 2.6 something. When did let me check here. I'm not gonna lie, it was a slip, so you know I just benefited from that. You know, that was lucky me, but I still was gonna be profitable. Where's this thing here? Oh wow, 1794.85. What is this? 1794. 94.85 here. Oh, that's yeah, because I had it here. Oh, look at this. Yeah. I had a 1.3x, and look at what I got. I got almost 2R. So so this morning I lost like I said it, like 1.3% so far with the managing risks, and I just made almost 2R. So I am in profits. Make sense? I'm happy. That's all I needed today. I was gonna be happy if I would have been in loss anyways. Happy in a way that I managed risk, but I also happy that the bias was always correct, right? It was always right. But Mohammed nailed it to the T. When you are, what did I say about the 4 hour? Which level is the most important level? Guess what? Which level is the most important level when we're about to close? The 4 hour level. That is the most important level. So if we broke above this after so many rejections, what are the probabilities that we're gonna, and which is why today I was expecting this. Man, today everything happened. It's just that it didn't happen the way I wanted it perfectly, but it happened. So yeah, let's recap and end this day. It was a nice day. Man, oh man. Okay, gold play without emotions. With our emotions a little bit, but everything is okay now. Okay, got it. Let's go over it. First try was this one. Let's do the market recap, right? We came to the markets. This is what we saw. Let's do the recap here. And by the way, big buy. And let me recap here. Now gold buys. You notice it's all buys, but this is a big win because we just made up everything. That's important to note, right? Small loss. Okay, this is what we saw when we came to the market. Let's do the recap. We came 6:30 here. Yeah, I got it here. So this was happening. Let's do the market recap. So we come to market, and this is what I see. What I see from the perspective of structure is, and I think I had it here, right? I had it here first. So from the perspective of structure, This is an early entry. What I noticed is, and this is awesome. I said it on another stream. I'm gonna repeat it as many times as possible. So for anybody that didn't watch the other streams, maybe notice this. When gold, specifically gold, but also GJ does that sometimes. When you have such a perfect touch on the same level, that means something. When you have such a perfect touch on the same level, that means something. Now, the next conditional for that to mean something is, when did it touch? So the question now is when. You notice I said many times, when was this? That I would ask myself out loud, when was this? And I said, oh, this was when we were coming down pre-New York. Remember I said that pre-New York sometimes breaks levels? Look at this. This is a pre-New York after London level. Look at this. All of this was pre-New York. Okay, so when was it? Oh, this is a pre-New York volume. But when was this? This was New York open. And when was this? This is the 10:30 a.m. NYSE, which is a really strong candle. I've said it many times. Between 9:30 and 10:30, you have typically big wicks, right? Okay, so this is important level. What are the probabilities that if we break above this zone, we're gonna go up really high? Now, I wanted an early entry, right? That's what I wanted. So I said, okay, you know what? We have an early entry here. We had another visit here, and this visit happened with volume of London. So there's a, there's a high likelihood that if we break above this, now we actually get to here. Yeah, we actually get to here. Oh, this didn't say the thing here. Yeah, interesting. Yeah, give me my buys, right? Because we work for it. Say big win. Yeah, so that we feel, I feel good about it. Okay, there we go. Now we're talking. 2% risk for the day. That's me. Okay, doesn't have to be you. Gonna be honest. Hey Arturo, what's going on, my man? 2% for the day. Let me give you a piece of advice if you're learning. I would go for 1% if I'm learning. Trust me on that one. Start with 1%. Trust me on that one. If you're using real money, just 1%, 1%, your way out of poverty. One step at a time. And then when you feel you are consistently making profits, and believe me, when that day comes, you really feel realized as a trader. I felt realized when I started to see months profitable. My life changed, but it takes a while. Okay, it takes a while. Yeah, I'm gonna open a Discord group because I have a big group in Spanish, and then now I have a group growing in English. And yeah, I'm gonna launch the Discord literally tomorrow, actually. Because I have a Telegram group with only 200 people or so. And I'm gonna have to migrate to Discord because it's a little bit more cool than Telegram.
The challenge, I think, with your Telegram is because most of it is in Spanish.
Yeah, no, the Discord, I will have a English section, Spanish section. That's why Discord is better.
I'm your first follower.
Yeah, so I have to also clear things. Let me do the recap, but there's something important that I want to note. I have an academy from a long time ago when I was a swing trader, and Arturo, which is here. Yeah, you see, Arturo is in the YouTube channel. He was one of my first students. He's actually one of the first students to become profitable too. But I don't know. I'm not gonna charge anybody nothing, especially if you're from the market fluidity family. I'm not, because I'm not. So this is what I'm trying to say. I'm not chasing. I don't care about sales. I've said this since I launched my academy. I don't care about sales of the academy. But I do believe and I do know that it has to be sustainable. And because I had to pay for the platform when I had the academy, I had to charge something, right? But I don't care about that because I make my money from trading. God has blessed me with this. And, but the academy is in Spanish. So you don't need to join if you only speak English because it's only in Spanish. So I don't have a conflict there with with market fluidity because it is mainly in Spanish. It's only Spanish Academy. So you don't need it. You don't if you're in market fluidity, you obviously don't need it. Even though I teach swing trading there too, I also teach swing trading kind of like for free, but you will have to watch every single stream too. I kind of I think I've given the whole trading course throughout all of the streams without me noticing, but I don't care. So that's it. I just want to help people. That's what kind of gets me going. So it gives meaning to my life. If not, this would have been so boring. Okay, so yeah. Oh yeah. Do you have as yeah? I have a group. So yeah, the group. So this is what I'm gonna do. I will share the link to the group, to the Discord group, because I'm launching it tomorrow. But keep in mind, I'm not selling anybody anything, okay? And I don't want anybody selling anything, okay? So that's really important for me. Nobody selling nothing. I don't want nobody selling nothing about anything. So if you follow my Instagram on my profile, the profile, what you call this? Yeah, when you go to the profile, you're gonna see a thing where you're gonna have options to join stuff, my channels and all of that. That's my Instagram. There you can follow me, and then my Discord will be there by tomorrow. Right now it is Telegram, so I'm also gonna share it in Telegram. So if you join right now, you're still gonna get it from the Telegram group. That's okay. Oh, thank you for the feedback, everybody. So let's recap. Okay, sorry, we went on a tangent. Let's recap the whole thing officially, because then I want to clip this. So let's do a recap of today's day. We had 3 entries. This was a full position entry, managed risk. This was a smaller position entry. Both entries were kind of impulse entry. It was a buy. It would have been a buy stops, and this one was a confirmed entry. Okay, this was the one that we were expecting the whole day. So first one was this one. We came to the markets, we saw this. So this is important. We came here, we had a major drop. We had a lot of liquidity being grabbed on the higher time frames. This is a 30-minute candle, and we were expecting a break above here. The break above here, not only here, but also a move up to here. We said it from the very beginning. Why? Because when we come to the 4-hour, we see this. And we see a major structure on the 4-hour being rejected here. Previous support, have a resistance here. Now this became a resistance, but it also became a nice support here. This is a liquidity area on the higher time frame. So whatever happens here is important to go up. Okay, so now we have this. Once we have this, now the next question was, why do we have 2 wicks on the same level? That was really important to me. So why do we have 2 wicks on the same level? We have 2 wicks on the same level. That's an indication that if we break above this, there's a higher probability on the higher time frame that once we break this, we might have a small drop, but there's a higher probability we could continue going up. In the market, there's no will. There's no it will, it shoulds. There's only it could, because this is a probabilities-based profession. Okay, so as we closed above it, so my intention with the first entry was, you know what, since this is such a strong level and we have rejected structurally many times, structures to me matter. Okay, so this is a closure structure, this is a rejection, this was London, and pre-New York did this and did this. Now what happens now is I have now an expectation of the markets maybe continuing going up because pre-New York volume is still as strong. So why? Because this was pre-New York volume. You see all of this? This was pre-New York volume. It broke below a strong level. So after from the moment we are in pre-New York, I'm already kind of like mentalized that we could break any level. Okay, so would it make sense? Yeah. Was your stop loss because? Oh no, I'm sorry. This was not. This was not the stop loss. The stop loss was here. Yeah, first one was like. Actually, wait. Let me do something. The stop loss was a little bit higher. Not gonna lie, it was a little bit higher. Oh, it was yeah. So the first one, yeah, you're right. Yeah, the first one was like down here. You're right. It was big. It was almost 30 pips. So why? Because I wanted to see this today, but also because I figured if we open here, this is 1-to-1. Makes sense to me because I am using dynamically the lot sizes. I don't know if that makes sense because when I entered this, I'm risking here, but the structure makes sense, right? It has to make sense for me. So if I'm risking here and I get to here, this is 1-to-1. So here I already can secure some profits and leave a runner. So it makes sense for me. As long as I see at least a 1-to-1, I take it. Now, I really don't care as much about the. So this is important. This is my style. Please don't conflate it with anybody else's. My style is if it makes sense. I don't care about the I don't care about the stop loss size as long as it makes sense. As long as the structure makes sense. As long as this level makes sense. I'm okay with it. Okay. I don't care if it is a 10 pip, if it is a 30 pip, because I'm come from swing trading. And I've had really nice entries on swing trading with only 10 pips that go 10x. I've had those on swing trading. And also I've had swing trading entries where I have a 50, 60 pip stop loss that only go to 120 pip win. So that's like 1-to-2. So, I'm not so limited by that. So I'm okay with this one. So this was the first entry. We took this first entry here as we broke above it because, and I think it was around here, right? As we broke above this thing here, yeah. Because I was expecting that if we visited this level, I was going to take profit around this level here, up here. So now this happened. You know what happened? This did this first and then it flipped. So it was even better for my entry. This was not a bad entry. Now that I look at it again, it is not a bad entry. You know why? Because it did this. Look at this. It came from down below here up to here. So it was a really, made sense is all I can say. It made sense. Even the 30-minute close so good. Look at this, above the zone, all of this. Now, what really happened was that the zone range, which I took so much in some other streams, was really here. So it played in against me. So what that means is that the range actually pushed inside here to grab more liquidity. I wasn't expecting that, so I'm okay. But what happened next was that as we broke and closed this 15-minute candle like this, what did I do? I closed 0.5%, half of the entry here. So if I closed half of the entry here, and I risk 2% down to here, how much do you think I lost now? If I close half here, right? Now I'm less than half. Now my stop loss did not remain here, because if I close half here, which is less than halfway, and I let it go all the way down, how much did I lose? A little bit more than half, right? But if I close it as we break below here, what did I lose? Less than half. Literally, that's what I did. That's how I managed that risk. So that was the first losing one. We lost that one because the next candle did this. I was okay with it. Now, what did I say after that? I moved the zone up to here. I remember moving the zone up to here. I said, okay, you know what? Okay, no problem, go. What can we do? And I said, okay, so if it breaks again, it did this. We waited a while. And when we did this, before that, I said around here, you can rewatch the stream. By the way, we're streaming, we're on YouTube too. And the YouTube channel is also, the link is also here and it's in Telegram, it's on Telegram, and it's also on my Instagram. So as we were here, what did I say? If we have a closure on the 15 minutes above here, because now we had this level here, look at this. And then I moved this here. Why did I move it there? Because now the 30-minute structure gave me a new structure rejection within the range. So there's a trick here. You have a range of zone and you have a structure rejection. The range is all the way up here, but the structure rejection was here. So I placed the stop, the resistance level now here, and it made sense with this one too. So, okay, so if we had a closure of the 15-minute above now the new zone that we identified, that is the resistance now it is a higher confirmation for me. That's literally what we said. This is what happened on the 15-minute. I was not going to take a trade, but this is what happened. Oh, and the second trade that we lost was this one, but look at this. This took me out. That was the second trade. Remember, I had a second buy entry, and it was another buy at the closure, at the break of this thing to the left. Let me point it out. You see the wicks here again? Look at that. Where did I place the stop loss? Number one, that was a smaller position entry because that was the second try, but now it was a stop buy again. So the stop buys are trickier than a confirmed entry, right? So because of that, I had the entry there, and I said, okay, so if we break above, now maybe we'll get this, right? But what I'm going to do is I will protect myself. So what I did was I placed the, here. I placed the stop loss closer because it would, for me, if we're gonna continue to go above, we shouldn't be breaking so far away from this. Makes sense, right? At least that's what you would expect. Now, what I wasn't counting on is that the first, because it wasn't at the closure at the 15-minute, it was this one that activated it. So the moment it activated the freaking entry, right? Because at the end of the day, it took me out. I had the stop loss below that same candle. And this came just to hunt me down because they are watching my stream. So the big banks, they were watching my stream and they said, you know what, I'm gonna screw with him, and I'm gonna let's just, the moment it entered, they called the other guys. They said, it's just hunt that stop loss, and they did it, right? I had it there, took me out. That's okay, and I said it, okay, I'm done for the day, blah blah blah. This is what I wasn't counting with, or I wasn't counting on. 15-minute gave me what I was looking for the whole morning. The closure above. Why it was 15-minute? Mohammed said it. Because I already explained that the most important level now that we were about to close the 4-hour was the 4-hour level. So the 4-hour level is either this one or down below this one. It was like around here. What was it? It was down below here. Oh, it was like this one, literally this one, the one that is the daily too. This one down below here, I'm sorry, this one, or down up here, or this one up here. So, because that's the most important closure, that means that we might have been looking and grabbing liquidity just to push up that 4-hour candle. And the moment it closed here, I was about to leave the day, but I still had percentage to play with. So the question that D and I asked me was, how can you keep the confidence? I keep my confidence because I'm willing to lose, really willing to lose that 2%, but it has to make sense to me, the entry. This entry made way too much sense to me not to take it. So you have a balance here. So how much sense does that entry make versus your money that you're willing to lose? And it made way more sense than just leaving the money sitting there. I would have been calling that a day, and then, I would have been a little bit pissed on my end because that was the entry that I was looking for. That was the confirmed entry. This is a stop buy, and like I said, I was so focused, laser focused on buys because of this many rejections on the structure being pushed out on really strong sessions, and that matters to me. And that week was the telltale. That week was the one. That week was the one kind of like how you say this. That was the one kind of whispering me, hey, we're ready to go up. So when we had this closure, man, that was the entry that I was looking for the whole morning. So grab the entry. So that was second entry. We lost that one. So that was a loss here because it took me out on the same 5 minute. But that was still my bias. So when I had the closure, I entered again. And guess what I did? I kept the stop loss below right here. So I said, well, you know what? If we get here, it's gonna be over 1. Yeah, it was literally 1 to 30. So I'm gonna keep it there. That's fine because if I win here, so the idea was that if I would have won this, but actually I over risk a little bit. I placed 1%, 1 whole %. But that's okay. I was willing to risk. I come to the market 2%. Sometimes you play with it and you might do 2.5. But like I said, if you want to really be fair with your account, just keep it at 2 or 1 a day if possible. But at 2, not more than that. I mean, that's me. That's what I would say. Anyways, we actually got slipped, and what I was willing to make in profits was a little bit higher than when I actually expect. Oh, because actually I was, yeah, no, I wasn't gonna get. Now that I think about it, when was my entry? Okay, let me see. Yeah, it was right there, and it slipped. It got slipped all the way up there. But why do it really looks different here on this? Look, in this MetaTrader, it really the image is really different, right? Really different, like literally. So that confuses me a little bit sometimes. The image here, yeah, the broker is Dominion Market right now. I also use Hot Forex, but right now I'm trying Dominion Market. So look at this on Dominion Markets. This is where it looks like it took out because I did it visually. I wasn't looking really at the price. This is where it slipped me out. I was taking profits here, and it actually took profits above the closure of this wick. Literally, that's where it took the. So it slipped me like a whole 2% actually. Oh, now it makes sense. Because it says TP 1794.85, because that was where I had it, but the TP is at the closure price is what I should have been looking at. That's why it looks like that. 97. That's why it was this 97 and 96, 97, something like around here. Oh shit, that's why. Oh crap, that's why I made so much money. Okay, so guys, like I've been doing this for a while, and I haven't had so many slips in my life, so I wasn't counting on this. So what really matters on the MetaTrader is the closure price, not when the TP price, because it has a green TP price right now on the history, but when you look at the price where it closed, it's different. So that's why it was like, why did I make so much more money and should have been closing here? It's because it slipped all the way up here and it was way above this. Man, that's why I made so much money. Wow. Okay, so that makes sense. I mean, I'm not complaining, you know, I made more money. But it should have been here, okay? So it should have been here, and let's be honest. It should have been here, and I would have, look at this, I would have been breaking even today. I would have been breaking even today, and I would have called it a day, and that would have been okay with it. But at the end of it, you know, ended up here, you know, blessed. We're blessed in the sense that even that. And honestly, I wanted to do it manually to leave a runner. And at the end of the day, you say, you know what, I'm going to be okay with just breaking even today, a little bit more than breaking even, but that's okay. And that's how we ended the day. So we had 2 buys lost and 1 big win. And yeah, it slipped you, right? You check on the closing price. Yeah, that's what happened to me. Okay, so yeah, winning day, good. Now we're keeping the streak on. We're keeping the streak. We have, if you want to watch the previous stream, it was 2 wins in a row, back to back within 30 minutes. It was really a nice day. That was Friday, right? Yeah, that was after Raja stream. I was a little bit pissed that I woke up late and I kind of took it on the market. But that's not good to trade with rage. I'm kidding. I was okay that day. And I think that's it, man. That's 9:30. I really hope you guys learned something. If you're on YouTube, or you know, you should, if you ever want to, you know, if maybe you're not in any group, you can also go to the channel and subscribe and support it. For I only stream when, like, I stream the days that Raja don't stream, and for those that are in the channel and see me mentioning Raja, he was the one that taught me how to scalp because I was not a scalper, okay? And by the way, I did it for free, in the sense that I didn't need the course he had to understand what he was doing, and which is, I think, what can happen with anybody watching this for free. And GJ setting up for buys. Yeah, GJ can do whatever he wants right now. and I paid for the academy just as a gratitude of what I learned for free, literally. And I told him, because we were talking back and forth, I think it was 2019, 2020, something like that. And I told him, man, you taught me so much for free that I will pay for the academy just in gratitude, because I don't know how else to pay you, and other than meeting you when you come to Miami. And that's how, you know. So my point is, I'm doing the same. I'm just trying to share my knowledge, you know, however I can. And yep. This is not looking so bad. If we close, yeah, 30-minute close below, right? So it's tricky. You want it to close above, but that's it. So just keep in mind that anyways, if you want to go to the channel, it is Coinducation. Please do not ask me to join the academy if you come from market fluidity. I'm not interested in that. Okay, you don't need it. That's all I can say. It is in Spanish. You don't need that. If you want to learn some swing trading and stuff, more to the details, yeah, I vouch for what I teach. I was profitable with my stuff, but I wanted to be a little bit more of a scalper always, because I enjoy it. So that's where market fluidity came in. But anyways, I hope you all have a great day. That was a great start of the week. Hope you guys, oh, look at this. Look at this. You see, this was a drawing this morning. This drawing was last night, okay? It wasn't even this morning. This was last night. came all the way up, and now we have to see. So have a great rest of the week. Hopefully, I see you guys tomorrow. Do not overtrade. Do not risk more than you are willing to risk in a day, and keep your discipline. And we will see you the next stream. God bless you all.
Thank you,
Man,
Joe.
thank you. Have a good one. Stay safe.
Hey, the gang. Let me show everybody on the stream. Wait, let me show. Oh, nobody's open cameras, guys. Let me see.
What's up, guys?
This is the stream, people. Look at this. This is the gang that we were trading with. Rafa, Adel, Mr. El Fuego. Hey, Dark Light, David. Hey, man. Okay, so there you go, and we don't have anybody else. Okay, so I'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a great one.
All right, man. Have a good one. Stay safe.